That's the 8th one today. Yesterday we had 16. This morning we had 6. We got 2 more now. So. We've had about 50 head calves so far in the last, since the 20th. There's another one calving. So today's August 29th. The clips that were just on here a while ago, that was right after lunch. We ended up with 9 babies today. We had 16 yesterday, and I think 6 the day before, and I don't remember before that. So far we've had, I'm not even sure, probably, counting today, like 57, 58 of them calved so far. Somewhere in that range. It's hard to keep up when it's one after another almost. So right now we're just getting ready to ear tag the calves, the heifers that were born today. We're going to keep one bull out of there, and then we're also needing to vaccinate them with M-Force 3. That's what we do when we pick them up. Or at least that's what we try to do when they're a day old. Oh, let me put this back in there. Can you open that up? Lay that right there. Okay. You got my ear tagger? Go grab my ear tagger.
Where is it?
It's up there in the front. So the kids got home from school, they did their homework, and then they came over to help out.
This one?
Yeah, that one. That's the new one. Grab them ear tags. Grab them all.
I tried.
So you squirt 2 cc's up their nose, intranasally. Did you know that? Here you go. Hold that. Let's see. Picked up 4 of them this afternoon. See if I can remember. That one was 487's calf. Oh, this is the bull that we're gonna keep. Keep him. This was 242s. So this would be 1024s. Where's she at? Right there. This one was from this morning. It's 307. It's either 1132 or 173s. I don't remember. This one was 429s. And this might have been 173s. I don't remember. No, that's 173s. Or is that one 1132s? Oh, I don't know. I put little marks on them to try to remember. I just got to get in there and look at the marks. But I know we'll start down here and then we'll come back through this way. It's probably the rest of the bottle. So we got all these vaccinated and ear tagged. They're all good to go now. She's gonna finish putting in some buckets on them. I'll show you these over here. So this calf here is born on the 24th. She's only 5 days old. She's already getting introduced to grain and water. Just started getting grain today. Jeremy gave him water 3 or 4 days ago. I mean, it's still, right now it's mid to upper 90s, 70s, 70 to 75 at night. So plenty hot. And I mean, a lot of these right here, they're not touching the water, but it's there for them. These down here, they are drinking the water. And those ones that we bought, which that was just a learning experience because you come out here to the farm and you buy a calf. I mean, you got good odds unless you're just horrible at raising an animal. And but you go somewhere and you buy calves that you guys got in a trailer. Yeah, we lost 6 of them, so not what we wanted to happen, but it happened. So learned on that one. But yeah, these buckets are pretty awesome. They got these tabs on them so the buckets can't be pulled out. I mean, you really have to, a calf can't, when they get older, they can't bite the lip and pull them out. And then, the fancy bottle holder and all that for these. They can stick their heads through the panels. And, their feed stays out here. They'd never seen any of them do it, but they'd have to really back their ass up and to crap inside their feed or their water. And we still got all the vents and all the doors open. It's still plenty hot. So, but that's what's going on calving wise. Everything's going pretty good. I pulled one cow had twins and they were both dead. But what happened there was the first calf was coming backwards with no feet, so had to push the calf back in, pull out the rear feet, pull the calf out, and it was small, so I went and checked for another one, and there was another one. It was coming out feet first like it should. Just that first one was blocking the hole, so both of them ended up dead. Were stillborn. And then other than a couple of no footers, what I call no footers, or 1 footer, where the feet are caught behind the pelvis, that's really the only problems we've had. Other than that, everybody's been popping them out pretty good. I think I pulled one yesterday. Let's see, pulled. I think I've pulled like 4 so far, maybe 5 out of the 55 or 60. So, where are those Canadians going? Oh, flock of Canadian geese over there. They always hang out on that pond across the road. We finished setting this row out today. So it's got 37 houses in that line. That line's full, except for the few that we bought. We're leaving those houses empty. Don't want to contaminate any of these new ones, or new calves. So there's 40 in that line. We still got a lot more houses to set out. I think there's 22 new houses and 120 old houses. Canadians, eh? Just flying around in circles. So, haven't been really doing the regular videos lately because Allie hasn't been much help. She don't do nothing besides complain. No, really it's been here and there and everywhere, just trying to stay ahead of everything. I hauled a few loads of manure out of the lagoon. I didn't get to today. I wanted to today. Had to work on some fence today. 7800 sitting over there with a loose drive shaft. Goes from the engine to transmission. 7200's back. 7210 and at 7400 are in John Deere. Still getting worked on. 7220's hooked up to the tanker now. And Wes has been hauling dirt, fixing lanes up, and doing dozer work basically by himself. Right now we got to go wash the bucket out on the wheel loader because I did some dirt work earlier around some water troughs. And then we have 3 groups of milk cows now, the young cows, old cows, and then the fresh group. And the fresh group's getting milk 4 times a day. They're getting milk first and then last of each milking. So twice a day milking, start at 5 a.m. Finishing, well, right now finishing about 9 in the morning. And so they're getting milked first and last. Start again at 5 p.m., getting done about 9, and they're getting milked first and last there. Once we get some more cows milking, it'll work out better where they're the spread between the time is a little more even. Right now it's like get milked, wait 4 hours, get milked again, then they got 8 hours, and then get milked, and then 4 hours, get milked again, then 8 hours in between. So a little bit off, but once more cows get coming in the barn, that'll all fix itself, and it'll be more every 6 hours. So just got to do what we got to do right now. Put as much milk as we can in the tank. We've already jumped 2,000 pounds in the last week, so maybe even a little more. Yeah, so let's run down here to the barn. I'll show you the manifold. Huh? Ali wants to drive, but we don't want to die, so no. Case is sitting over here pretending he's working. So we bought this Ranger a week ago or so. I don't even remember when now. Maybe it was a week ago. It's a 2019 1000 XP. It had a little bit of extra stuff that we didn't really need, but the main thing is it's got a deal here you can switch to work, standard, and performance, and that really does make a difference. So we can put it in work, drive it in low, and it'll pull this bottle trailer loaded with milk, or with bottles full.
If you put it in earth, you can race and everything.
Oh, yeah. Figuring this would be a lot easier, and then if we're short-handed and all we got is the kids can drive it, and we could ride on it and pass out bottles. So that's going to be handy. And then also we can do a lot of other stuff with it, rather than just having another little bitty tractor that all we do is pass out bottles. This was cheaper than actually buying a small tractor, so which I guess a small tractor would last longer, but all you're going to do with it is hardly nothing. I wanted to show this real quick. He's already got bottles filled, so kind of missed out on that, but it took a long time to get this way, for us anyway. But we bought this secondhand. It actually fills up 6 bottles, but we have it closed off. We have this one plugged up. Or hang on. So it's got plastic caps on them with holes drilled into them, and we keep this one capped off because this is a 200 bottle trailer. It's 10 wide, 10. Oh wait, it's 20. Yeah, it's 10 wide, 20 long. You know, bottles in a row. So we just fill up 5 at a time. So you just take this, stick it in 5 bottles, like so, and then you work the valve, and you can fill 5 bottles up at once. And then we just have it hooked up to a 3/4 inch water hose, hooked onto a I think it's 1.5 or 2.5 horsepower submersible pump that we drop down in the milk, and then that's how we fill up bottles. It's a heck of a lot faster. The trailer pivots. It's like a table. So you pull the pin over here on this front corner, and the table will flip upside down. So the black cages that's down by Jeremy's legs and Allie's legs, you take that, you flip it over, it holds the bottles in place, and then you can pull that pin and flip the bottles upside down. And actually it'll hold it on a 45-degree angle, either with the bottles pointed down or the bottles pointed up, depending on how you put it, to wash them out. And then however you want to do it, then you can flip them upside down and let them drip dry. So yeah, very handy and a heck of a lot easier. So we're about to go pass out bottles now. All right, listen to me. Just made calf feed this morning, and it's supposed to rain tonight, or there's a chance of some thunderstorms. So I need to go pull this into the commodity barn so the calf feed doesn't get wet. I want you to follow me on this, okay? Don't follow too close. But stay right behind me, okay? Why? You just follow me. I'm gonna turn around and go that way, and you just follow me, okay?
How do I turn around?
What are you talking about? I'm turning around. You're just gonna. Never mind. Just follow me.
Again?
Alright, so I'll just have to move it out of the way in the morning. I don't have to worry about it getting wet if it does rain tonight.
Yeah.
Thanks for picking me up.
You're welcome.
What? Sniper, does calf shit taste that good? Huh? You got caught and it's still stuck on your foot, numb nuts. And most of those are already done. These are pretty much done. That one's kind of weird. It like takes little drinks and it stops. I don't know. Yeah, so that's just kind of a little bit of an update what's been going on. It's been kind of hectic, a little bit everywhere here and there, and trying to keep up. And I think I've already said that before, but yeah. Let's see, like, well, sometime about 7-10 days ago, I strained some muscles in my lower back, and that hurt. That's the worst pain I've ever had, and I've compression fractured 3 vertebrae. I've still got a chipped off a piece of bone in my elbow right there. You know, smashed fingers, all that good stuff. Broke collarbone, things like that. Dislocated my knee a couple hundred times. From the time I was 10, 11 years old, it was the first time it ever happened, and it still sometimes happens now. But yeah. But anyway, that strained muscle in the lower back, golly, that's painful. Sunday afternoon, I ended up, by the time we got here to put out bottles, I just ended up laying on the ground. It hurt so bad. And then so Monday I went to the doctor, and he gave me some cortisone or protisone or some zone, I don't know. I had to take like 3 of those, and then the next day take 2 of them, and the next day take 1. I think I got like 2 more pills to take and I'd be done with that. But the lower back feels a lot better than it did. But yeah, it was pretty rough there a few days. He gave me muscle relaxers too, and then so by the time I got all that, went to the doctor Monday afternoon. By the time I got the muscle relaxers and all that in, I took it, I don't know, 10, 11 o'clock when right before I went to go to bed, thinking that'd be just about right. So I don't even remember what happened Tuesday until about 6 o'clock that afternoon. I was completely out of it. Yeah, like putting water and molasses in the feed wagon on the first load in the morning, I was falling asleep, laying up against the wall. So anyway, that's just kind of what's been going on. Hopefully we can get going on some regular videos like we normally do, and everything's going good. We did get like a ½ inch of rain Tuesday morning. Yeah, Tuesday morning. It greened up a little bit, but still not enough. Hopefully we get some here in a little bit. I'm just getting back from making a bottle, and we'll get all these hand feeders fed and call it a night here in a couple of hours. It's going to seem like, anyway, with 20-30 hand feeders. But with that, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.